Before the video starts, I just wanted to remind you guys that The Trail to You and Me releases June 23rd, which is this Friday. So make sure to pre-order the book. You can also purchase the paperback edition right now. So if you purchase the paperback edition now or you pre-order the ebook, make sure to fill out the pre-order form, because everyone who fills out the pre-order form will get the first couple chapters of the book emailed to them. They'll get a signed book plate, which is a book plate that I signed, and it's a sticker that you can put on the front page of the book, so it's like you have a signed edition. You'll also be sent a vinyl sticker, so this sticker matches the front cover of the book. And then last but not least, everyone who fills out the pre-order form will be entered into a giveaway, and that giveaway is to win signed editions of Meet Me at the Summit and Let the Rebel Fall with the new covers. The only way to get signed editions of these books with the new covers is by entering this giveaway. So take advantage of the last couple days that you can to pre-order and enter this giveaway. Let me tell you, all three books together, all the spines, gorgeous. The colors, gorgeous. All together, just the covers, I'm obsessed. Anyways, enough with the shameless plug. Let's go ahead into the proofreading vlog. Alrighty, it's time for a proofreading vlog. Today I'm going to show you my proofreading process for my latest book, The Trail to You and Me. So in the past, I've done some pretty intense proofreading processes because I've had a lot of issue with copy editors, but this time, lately, for the last couple books, I've had way more luck with my copy edits. I actually work with Natalia from Enchanted Ink, and she does the copy edits for my books, and it's just, she's amazing. I cannot recommend Natalia at Enchanted Ink and all of the editors at Enchanted Ink enough. Just super thorough, well worth the money that you pay. So she's already done the copy edits. I've already implemented the copy edits. And then after I implemented the copy edits, I went in and really quickly formatted the book. So you can see right there. I formatted the book. I ordered a proof copy, which is this right here, and then I gave the copy of the book to my mom. Now, if you want to learn how to format books, make sure to take my course. I'll leave it linked down below. I talk about how to format your books for print and for ebook. So my mom had the book for, I don't know how long, but I gave it to her, and I gave her like a week to read through it and proofread it, and she did not need that long. I'm very happy to say she read it extremely fast. She loved it. I got a little bit of like a play-by-play as she was texting me when she was reading through it extremely quickly because she just loved the story that much. So that makes me extremely excited. I do genuinely feel like this is my best book that I've written so far, and it's my favorite story that I've written so far, and I think it has a lot to do with like this is the niche that I want to work in going forward, which is just fun, flirty romance books. Like, they're fun to read, they're fun to write, and it just feels like amazing. So I did my rebranding where I started this new pen name, and if you guys don't know about the whole pen name situation, I will leave the video link down below that. It kind of explains why I started a new pen name, because as you can see, the books are published under Mandi Lynn now. Basically, ever since I've made this shift, just having the new separate Instagram, which I wasn't sure was necessary at the time, but now that I have it, I'm so glad that I made this change, because I feel like a whole new door has been opened where everyone that I follow on that Instagram is aligned with the niche that I write in and the niche that I read in, and it just makes marketing way easier. Granted, with that said, I haven't really done any hardcore marketing on that Instagram page yet. I'm kind of just sitting and taking it all in as a consumer for now before I want to sit down and make my own strategy for my book. So the release of this book is going to be a little different. I'm kind of mentally preparing myself for the release to be like slightly lackluster because of the pen name rebranding and all of that. I haven't done as much marketing for this book yet as I normally would. One, because I have a lot going on in my life right now, and business-wise, there's a lot of other stuff going on behind the scenes, including the pen name rebranding, but also just because, like, I feel like I want to just take things slow with this book. I'm okay with the release being smaller, the marketing will end up growing and building and expanding exponentially instead of having it really big and loud at the beginning during the release and then kind of taper off as things just kind of tend to naturally do. Whereas for this book, I'm hoping what will happen is, even though I won't be having a big shebang for a release, is that I will really dive into the community of readers for this book, and it will grow larger over time, even if the release isn't like a big thing and a big event. So going back to the proofreading process, because I got a little sidetracked, my mom has gone through and she's made notes wherever she saw like typos. What she does is she will write in the margins and little dog ears to the page. And so I haven't gone in and applied these edits in my Word document yet. So I'm going to do that. And once I apply these edits, I'm going to then do, Word has a feature where it will actually play the writing out loud. Like, it'll be as if I'm listening to an audiobook. So I can audibly listen to the book and hear any typos as I read along with it in real time. So that I found is the best way for me to proofread. That's how I proofread Let the Rebel Fall, and I found it to be super, super effective, because by the time we got to proofreading for that book, I was about, I would say, the third or fourth person to proofread it. So because of that, I didn't really have much to catch, but the things that I did catch was like tiny, tiny things that if I were just reading the book, I probably wouldn't have caught it. But because I was audibly listening to it, I find that's the way I catch typos and things like that the best. Because frankly, I'm really not good at proofreading. When it comes to editing, I love doing edits developmentally. Like, if I ever swap manuscripts with people, it's to do developmental edits. I'm much better at giving feedback to a story than giving feedback on a grammar level. Like, my grammar, not very strong. I wish it was better. I mean, I'm sure it's fine, but for an author, I feel like my grammar and spelling and all of that should be much stronger than it actually is. Whenever I get to a part where my mom put on the page LOL, which she did a lot in this one chapter, it's chapter 18 in particular. If you guys want to go read chapter 18, my mom thinks it's very funny. But I've been marking the pages. That way I can use the excerpts to do some marketing when I call it a rom-com, because it is a rom-com. In case you guys were curious, this book is indeed a rom-com. My mom has informed me that I use the word breathy a lot throughout the book. So I'm going to do a word search on my document to find all the different times I use the word breathy. I actually looked, I only use it 5 times, so I'm gonna, mix it up a little bit, maybe find some synonyms to replace it with. It might be that I use the word breathy a lot in one particular chapter, but this is a little tip because when I was doing copy edits, Natalia pointed out that I use the word feel or feels a lot. I use it a lot like a filter word, and I used that word over 300 times in my manuscript at one point, and then I did a word search throughout the document, and I replaced over half of them. So I believe there's like less than 150 instances of the word feel or feels in the document now. So that's a pro tip. If you're aware that you use a word a lot, do a search on it and replace as many of them as possible. You don't have to replace all of them, but if you can replace them, it makes the reading more variable. Okay, implementing my mom's edits was incredibly easy and painless. She actually had very few corrections, which makes me very happy because that means I should find almost nothing when I do my final read through. So what I'm about to do now is I'm going to do the read out loud feature that Microsoft Word has. We're going to do an extremely quick tutorial on how to do this feature. Okay, so we're in Microsoft Word, and this is my manuscript right here. So I'm just going to go up above to View, and then we're going to click Immersive Reading. And then you can see that it looks a little different. And it's not reading right now. So we have to go and click read aloud.
We aren't looking to hire any new instructors right now. The young woman.
So you can see that it started reading the book, and it starts reading from wherever your cursor is. So if I want to make sure it starts reading at the beginning, I have to make sure my cursor's over at the beginning. Hit read aloud again.
I'm sorry, we aren't looking to hire any new
And
instructors
there's
right now.
a pause button off to the right-hand side over here, and you can see the pause button also turns into a play button. And then there's the option to hit next, the option to hit previous. You can also hit settings. So if it feels like it's reading too slow, you can speed it up. I tend to speed it up because I like to do this all in one day. But if you feel like you haven't had, a good experience with copy or proofreading so far, you might want to go through your manuscript much slower. But because I know this is pretty well proofread at this point, I tend to go through it a little bit faster. And then you can also select whether you want a female or a male voice. So yeah, and this is easy. So whenever you hear a typo, you can just pause it and then type it in to fix it, and it's great. And if you ever want to exit the immersive reader, you just have to hit close immersive reader and it'll be back to like the regular view. But that's how I do my final rendition of proofreading. And let me know if you guys like seeing fun little tips like this. This has been my favorite little trick that I found in Microsoft Word for proofreading, and it's made my life way easier and the results way better. So now I'm actually going to go outside on my back porch and read the book out loud on my laptop and listen to it outside because the weather's just so gorgeous. That way I can enjoy the process a little more as well. It's 11:14 p.m. I just finished doing the read through. I also went through all the spelling and grammar suggestions that Microsoft Word had. All the spelling ones were very useful, but all the grammar ones I find to be useless most of the time. Anyways, that is the end of my proofreading vlog. Make sure to pre-order your copy of The Trail to You and Me. I am so excited for this book. I'm only more excited after reading it today. I literally read through it. I'm like, this book is so perfect. They say write the book you want to read, and that's exactly what this book was. It's just a fun summer romance. I cannot express enough how excited I am for this. And also, it has the book adventure box. So if you guys ordered the book adventure box for Meet Me at the Summit and you loved it, you're going to love it even more for The Trail to You and Me. So I'm doing pre-orders right now for the book adventure box. Once it's sold out forever. It's in extremely limited supply, so make sure to pre-order the book adventure box. You can pre-order it, just the box, or you can pre-order it with a signed copy of the book. So choose whichever method you prefer. I'm so excited. That's all I can say.